Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to check out HBAR's price chart. And first things first, let's zoom in more and do a quick short-term analysis and see what is happening in this area. So let's just delete these waves and also these ones. There we go. Okay, what do we have starting from the highest side? I think we can all agree this can be a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure down, and followed by that there is a chance that this might be an A, B, C zigzag. So what does this mean? This means in Hedera we should kind of expect a decent pullback, maybe another move down in order to at least take this important slow down here about maybe like 20 cents area. But I think we can go a bit lower than that, and let's actually do a quick Fibonacci analysis and see where are we in terms of retracements. There we go. In this phase up, we actually went to about the 61.8% level. So let's just measure the next move's target. There we go. This is giving you about like an 18.5 cents H-bar, which I do think it's actually realistic. Why is that? Let's zoom out more. Okay, you see, when this move up happened, I believe it was either in H1 or maybe H4 time frame that as a result of it being a bit too fast, we created a very clear gap. And since in here we are having a beautiful bearish setup just for like very short term, from my point of view, makes perfect sense to argue if this move is going to continue, one likely target for it is going to be somewhere around the 18.5 cents area. So for like very short term, if we see a 10-15% move down, do not worry, that is very normal. And that, my friends, is the extent of short-term analysis that we are going to do today. In today's update, I want to talk about what is happening starting from the lowest low, because I think this 1-2-1-2-1-2 scenario may not be necessarily in play. Why is that? If you remember, in the previous videos, I was saying this can be a 1-2 and then another 1 and a 2, but on a lower degree relative to this one, and this move up has to be into a massive wave 3. However, this doesn't seem strong enough to be into a wave 3. That's why I'm going to change my scenarios a bit, but the overall possibility is actually going to remain the same, meaning I still believe that we are having a 1-2 scenario, but this is now going to be starting from here, a 1-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, correction for 4 to about this point, and yet another move on the upside into wave 5, and this now to about this high is actually wave 1, correction for wave 2, and then we are having another move into wave 3, 4, 5, and yeah, I guess this can be another 1 and a 2, and then wave 3, 4, 5, and this might be even like another 1 and a 2, and then wave 3, 4, 5. Let's actually real quick adjust the waves so you can see what is happening. Okay, what just happened? Let's just take this one. There we go, and maybe it's best to also change the colors for it. There we go. And this is into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. Now, you might say, well, okay, having 3 sets of 1-2s is kind of a bit unusual. Okay, fair enough. But here is what I have to ask. What kind of other bullish possibilities are you allowed to consider in here? Are you going to say, since in here we are having overlapping of the waves between this move and also this pullback, maybe we are having an expanding leading diagonal? Well, okay, let's go around here first. You see, an expanding leading diagonal looks like this. This is our initial move up into 1, correction for 2, big move up into wave 3, and it has to be larger than wave 1, correction for 4, it's going to be bigger than wave 2, and also unlike an impulsive structure, in here we must have overlapping of the waves, and this is our final move up into wave 5, and it has to be the biggest wave in this structure. This is the key. Let's go on the live chart and delete these waves. Okay, so let's say you believe this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure, and since clearly our wave 4 is bigger than wave 2, maybe in here we are having an expanding leading diagonal. Okay, fair enough. We said that earlier, wave 3 has to be larger than wave 1, and first things first, let's put the chart on regular scale. Okay, this is a very important point. I cannot stress this enough. There is no measuring waves or targets on logarithmic. And now let's measure our supposedly wave 3 from this point to about here and compare it to our wave 1. Is it bigger or not? The answer is actually by a decent margin. No, wave 3 is actually smaller. So the message is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this supposedly expanding leading diag is absolutely not allowed. And again, that narrows our option to probably that 1, 2 scenario that we talked about earlier in the video. And also, this is giving you a beautiful invalidation point for, I would say, pretty much any possible bullish scenario that you are allowed to consider in here. And it's going to be taking this important low down here about, let's say, 16.9 cents. So what you do not want to see in Hedera is a rather strong move down in order to take this important low, because at that point we are going to say, you know what, this whole move up is just going to be a correction structure and not an impulse, and we were wrong about being 100% bullish. And odds are from here we are going to have probably another like 30 to even 40% move down in order to take the lowest low all the way down here for the first target, about $12.50. And at that point, during that phase, if you're going to also break this important support as well, we may go quite a bit lower than that. So let's have a quick conclusion. In Hedera, for now, everything is going according to the bullish scenario. If you want to know what is going to happen for the next 48 to 72 hours, I'm telling you right now, please be open to the possibility of having a small move down, maybe like a 10 to 15% move, and then a rather strong move in order to take this important high, about 21.5 cents. And at that point, you can say this is all part of the bullish scenario. Overall, in Hedera, what you do not want to see is a strong move down in order to take this low, because at that point, we're going to be very, very careful and say maybe this is actually a bit of a bearish setup, and all of these moves on a higher degree are corrections, and our move down is not over yet. As long as we're not taking this move, I think we are allowed to be bullish and optimistic. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in HBAR's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.